we're gonna get a card reading. This is the Liquid Crystal Oracle. It's a weird one, but it's I like this deck. So let's get a reading from the Liquid Crystal Oracle. The guy who I think it's a guy who created this deck, like based the deck design off of supposed like ancient Atlantean crystal healing energy. So I love how weird that is. As somebody who likes to watch ancient aliens for like purely entertainment purposes, and finds it deeply inspiring that you can build an entire career off of just being delusional and saying whatever the fuck half-baked shit you want to. Um, I really enjoy this deck. So let's find out what the Liquid Crystal Oracle would like to impart to us today. So, calling on the spirit of supposed ancient Atlantis and the crystal healers. One time, I knew this lady who was like, she said she was a psychic medium, and she was so absolutely convinced that the two of us had lived a past life together as crystal healers in Lemuria, which there was like a time when I was like, that's so true. But like now it's just like, it's a fun thing to think about. I don't necessarily believe that, but it's a fun thing to imagine. It's okay to dip your toes in delusion every once in a while. It's just you don't want to live there, right? So we have Tanzanite, which is about angelic messenger. Maybe you are an angelic messenger with the gift of love, and a calm manner of expression. That's probably not me. I don't think I'm particularly calm sometimes, but somebody who's very loving, has like calm energy, and the things that they say, they're like speaking on behalf of the universe. We have simplification here, so maybe you need to just not overcomplicate things. It's like when I'm reading cards, I like to kind of just sort of step outside of myself and not overthink it and just go with the first thought that just sort of materializes in my brain when I'm reading. So why is this important? Maybe you're somebody who's been thinking about card reading or learning how to read cards and deliver messages, and you just need to not overthink it too much or like get into the like. With tarot, there are people who are very like, you have to read the traditional way and know all of the card meanings front and back, and you have to read reversals and do all of these things, and they have rules. But sometimes just like the way that I like to read a lot of decks, like this one here, I'm looking at the Light Seers, which this card says light body, so interesting. I don't necessarily read the exclusive meanings of the cards, and more so read the way that I interpret the art on the cards. So just trusting your own inner knowing sort of a thing. Maybe we'll get a card from this deck since we have it out and it felt like I wanted to talk about it. We have the High Priestess here. So yeah, that's a card about somebody who's very, very intuitive. And this is a message about learning how to trust your own intuition. Don't question yourself. Why is this relevant? Trust your gifts. And one of your gifts might literally just be the way that you love people. What do we got here? King of Wands, he's very magical. And like powerful. Like he's got his little staff there. There's a lion in the background. There's a lot of strength there. Two of Swords. She's got a blindfold on, and these birds are kind of pulling her in different directions. So it's like you may have like these voices screaming at you, like people. Seeing these birds as like people are like trying to pull you in different directions and make you feel blinded. And this could be kind of defeating. She's like looking at these empty cups here and kind of failing to notice this one here where all the rainbows are coming out, which is like connection to the divine, however you interpret that. So, yeah, it's like you might just be like, listening to the noise from other people, and it's blinding you to this sort of connection that you inherently have to whatever higher power it is that you prescribe to. We also have Four of Swords, which is a card about rest. She's specifically sleeping here, and so I'm thinking like maybe you also do get messages in your dreams about something, or your dreams are particularly significant. So it might be, I had like a self-care Sunday recently where it was about like dream journaling. So that seems like we're echoing that again, like your dreams might have a lot to say. And not all dreams are, like here's a message. Some dreams are literally just your brain processing, the events of the day. But if you have a dream and it's particularly, it feels like in your chest, it feels profound to you, or wherever you feel this in your body. Some people are very like, intuition is felt in your stomach, and that's true for a lot of people, but that is not true for me. You might feel it in your chest, you might feel it like tingling on your skin on your arms, or like in your spine. It's important for you to sit and rest and understand like the most annoying question that a therapist will ever ask you: where do you feel that in your body? But like they ask that for a reason, and that's equally important with like your spiritual existence as well. Like, where are you feeling your intuition in your body? I know if I'm feeling something in my chest and it feels like a tightness and a squeezing, that is not my intuition, that is my anxiety trying to communicate something to me. And I need to not get too hung up on that. So, taking the time to rest and calibrate and get in touch with your own body is vitally important. I don't want to pull any more cards from that deck. Let's see if these have anything else that they would like to say to finish this message. Conscious feeling. Be conscious about what it is that you are feeling and where you are feeling it. Anything else? This is coming right out. Equality in love. So we have gift of love and equality in love. So giving your love, but making sure that there is reciprocity in the places and the spaces where you are giving your love. So not just pouring love into anybody who comes along, but who's actually like pouring love back into you. Um, and recognizing, some people are not worth everything that you want to give. So giving to the correct people. And then we also have forgiveness here. So maybe forgiving yourself. There is a need to forgive yourself for having given love to the wrong people in the past. But being conscious about that and as you move forward. Anything else that we should know? And it's not to say that like giving love to the wrong people was love wasted. Obviously they needed it. But mental mastery on the bottom. So yeah, mastering your emotions. And just because you're not like over giving to the wrong people doesn't mean that you're a bad person or not a loving person. It's just that you deserve to receive love in the same way that you give it. So um like I said, it's about reciprocity. It's not about expectations or transactional relationships. But it's like a genuine wanting to give to each other when you have something to give, and then also being able to receive love when it is that you need to receive it as well. Like having a friend that supports you during your low times the same way that you would support them during their low times, rather than friends who are only around when things are going right for you, or friends who only show up when you're having a bad time for the spectacle of it, right? Um, so let's see. Self-love. So again, yeah, sometimes the best love to give is the love that you give to yourself. And that doesn't make you selfish. Self-love is not selfish at all. It's good to care for and nurture yourself and give yourself the same love and compassion that you would give to other people. And not in like a toxic, like hyper independent sort of way, but just in the way that you understand that you are valuable and deserve love and appreciation and attention and reciprocity in relationships. So, there you go. That's your message for today. Trust your intuition, love yourself, and show other people that you deserve to be loved in the same way that you show love to them. Trust your intuition. Learn how to recognize the difference between intuition and anxiety, or other, misleading emotions. Don't let external influences distract you from what you know in your core to be true. So, you are wiser and more powerful than you think you are. You have answers within you. So, um, just trust that you know. You know.